worse than blue side can due to the layout of the map.
A lead early on in the game, especially just showing, or yet, sorry, yeah, it doesn't exist yet. We're just straight up going into the Olaf here. That is not going to be close enough. Ragnarok comes in, and he's just barely going to survive because of the shield that comes in there. Meanwhile, bottom's pushing, and this looks like an entirely different game. Team Dynamics getting a nice little lead here. Keep in mind, they got the Infernal, and they have the Rift Heralds in their pockets, so they're going to look to take it down.
Well, there was the play by
Cougar is going to go down first as the turret is, well, they're going to trade supports now, as now it's a 1-on-2, but in comes the Orianna. Nice flash from Duckdom, but it's not enough, as the follow-up flash from Root is even better, as Fate not quite able to continue on there. He's going to get hit by a bubble, as the minions are going to clear away.
Oh, Kuzan might be trying to
flash.
get a little bit frisky. Rift Herald's going to give him the kill.
Well, that didn't really work out.
Fate doesn't know. Oh, Pepe laugh. He does not know. All right, now he does know now. So that's going to be all the gold going over to Kuzan. And now Sandbox, they could take this minion wave and try to start.
So they just moved out of mid lane, and they're all kind of zoned away here, Team Dynamics. There's going to be a large chunk onto this turret, essentially for free. You can see Zoe trying to take pot shots.
Yeah, I don't know what Dynamics.
Oh, they got the hook. They're going in, but that's a stopwatch. The box is going to come down, and they don't want to funnel into that little tunnel there. Oh, that was a nice escape again. They're just taking care of Zoe here. Yeah, definitely a little bit confusing. And there you go. Summit comes in with his own smite and says, thank you very much. Ragnarok's here, and Rich is alone, as the disengage was really fast as well from the side of Sandbox. And the rest of Sandbox just going to come over and, well, not going to be smited. It actually goes down to the auto attack of Root.
But these are...
Well, we got the damage numbers up here. We'll see if anything actually happens. Trying to set up a gigantic concave here is Sandbox, but trying to move in now is Team Dynamics. That's a nice bubble.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that works as, I'm just going to come over the wall there, as now they're going to start it up, actually, Sandbox will. I think that can be risky. Smite is used by Beyond.
Yeah, that was
going to have another one soon, but not on time.
Yeah, you can tell that On Fleek is thinking like, well, he doesn't have it.
Oh, going to go in. That's a massive engage from Summit, but there is zero follow-up from the rest of his team. Where was everybody else? They're just waiting in the back, and now they might just be scooped up and put into the garbage here, as everybody's going to go down. Even Root is going to get double killed by Zoe, who picks it up there. Kuzan will be able to do that, as now they're going for this Mountain Drake, and they get one for themselves. A big team fight win for Team Dynamics.
Yeah. And
Summit spotted here. He's going to be locked down as well. Everything's going to be built to try to take him down as well. Fresh is going to be able to cleanse out of that one. In goes to Kali, and a massive paddle storm into the back line is just way too much for them to handle, as Summit is going to get a huge ultimate, but he doesn't have the damage. And everybody's just going to get wiped up here, as that Mountain Drake will go the way of Team Dynamics after all of that. The Zoe, too much for them to handle. 4-0-3.
The Mountain, they're just able to turn on them with very, very little problem.
Yeah, Summit does have Smite, so maybe if he wanted to try to steal it, but look at their front line, it's just disappearing, and now Root is gonna have to flash away from the ultimate that does come in. Trying to get on top of him now is Cougar, as well, at least he's got a stopwatch, but they're kind of funneling straight in. That's a big shockwave, as now Summit's gonna go in, but the fight was already over, my friend.
And Sandbox.
Okay, Rich. They're really just diving in onto Root here, and I think they will be able to. He survived for so long, but it just doesn't matter, as Beyond is eventually going to go down, but we still got Kuzan, we still got Duckdom. As, yeah, Duckdom's just going to get to work on that one. We'll see if they notice that he's gone. Yeah, you can see they're pushing on in, but Kuzan with blue buff is like It's like walking into a machine gun, into a cannon as well. Here comes Olaf trying to get in, and he actually steals it. Oh man, he's getting in there. He's extending this game. It is absolutely not over from here with the Elder. They're going to be able to hold on for a little bit.
Which is interesting because Olaf, I mean, he runs in, he throws an axe, and then he runs out. So the HP is almost wholly irrelevant.
On Fleek trying to get something started here. Team Dynamics are going to pull off of the Baron once again, and that is just way too much damage. That should be okay. Gonna get the stun down as finally that Orianna will be punished. Summit is gonna look for it. And into the backline once again goes Rich, as does Beyond. And Root, he can't do it alone, even though he does do some pretty insane damage there towards the end. Gorilla with this QSS. Want to try to stop that one. And they will push in for what looks to be the victory. Root, though, looking to hang on. For a second, I thought they backed. For a second, I'm like, did they actually just back here? Root is really scary, actually. They got to be careful about this. Somehow, I mean, he's just, with his Infernum, he's able to clear the wave. And they're just not going to push in. They're like, no, actually, we need the Baron.
So they're finally, I mean, the minions are actually achieving more. So
yeah, they actually are. All right,
here we go.
Here we go.
All right.
Cleanse nothing. He tried to Captain Jack it, but
minions have had.
Oh, Kuzan.
The minions.
Right. The minions are angry now.
Yeah, the minions. Let them do it. Let the minions in.
Summit says, I'm angry too. And Rich is going to take an immense amount of damage. They're tanking up in the front line, but that's going to be 2 going down. The double kill comes in. Are they? All right, here we go. They did it. They took a team fight. It took 43 minutes, but they won the game. Team Dynamics will take the victory, and they will force a game number 3.
What to really say about that? Kuzan.
We're back with post-game analysis of Game 2 between Sandbox Gaming and Team Dynamics. Dynamics was able to pull off a dynamic game and took Game 2. They pulled out Ashe Pantheon Akali comp once again, and this time demonstrated that this team comp is capable. Well, once again, they proved themselves that the draft was not the problem, rather the execution in game was. And this time they brushed off the issues, and then they were able to get the victory. Once again, Kuzan handling Zoe, which has a very superior range, was able to make plays here and there. So Dynamics in general, they fixed their issues a lot that they had in Game 1. And Kuzan's Zoe was popping off against his laning counterpart, Orianna. And therefore, this allowed Dynamics to grasp the control of all 3 lanes, which led them to victory. In the early phase, things were very even. However, Dynamics once shifted that equilibrium to themselves, get the natural buff, and also won the game. And here, Zoe was constantly poking, and Summit just couldn't handle it, and then charges in. However, he was marked immediately and taken down. And Akali is a champion that can easily negate the damage output of champions that have no escapability. And Zoe's play was very immaculate here. Kali was disappointing in Game 1. However, in this game, he delineated why Kali was picked. Once again, Kali negating the enemy carry's damage output was very impressive. And in mid to late game team fights, Akali excels very highly. Here once again, Zoe essentially carried his team fight as well. Kuzan's form today is on fire. He was able to pressure Fate in Game 1 as well. Same happened in Game 2. Here Kennen was in the front without any Zhonya's Hourglass. Here, Akali and Zoe were able to pop off. Here, Akali and Zoe both expended their flashes to maximize their damage output, and whereas Aphelios and Orianna could not dish out the damage that they were supposed to, and therefore Dynamics was able to clean the fight up. Once again, Dynamics champions were able to dish out all the skill shots to the champions of Sandbox, whereas Sandbox champions didn't have the opportunity to do so. And here, there was a moment where Sandbox stole the Elder, but it wasn't enough to turn the game around. All right, let's check the player of the game. This Kuzan's Zoe, a deathless game. Even in game 1, if Dynamics executed properly, then Kuzan would have been POG as well. And this time around, he showed his stellar gameplay using Zoe. It's apparently showing off who's the king of the mid laner in the Eastern Conference. And here, once again, Dynamics just handed champion like Zoe to carry the game for them. And there were moments where definitely Sandbox had opportunities to come back, so Dynamics couldn't put their guards down. Like a very crouching tiger, hidden dragon moment, going back and forth. So it was a unanimous vote for Kuzan. Zoe was impressive indeed. I think Kuzan's form tonight is on complete fire. Alright, road to the playoffs is not easy at all, so let's see who wins out in the grudge match.